Hello, ladies. Hello, thank you for being here. Today, I have 8 great fat loss tips for you to either help you lose the weight or, in my eyes, more importantly, sustain the weight loss, because that's the big one. We all can lose the weight. We have a really hard time sustaining it. I'm still in my workout clothes from earlier this morning, and we're going to get this video shot for you guys because this is some really good info that can help you be super successful with your weight loss, but like I said, more importantly, sustaining that weight loss. So let's get started. My name is Cynthia Williams. I am an integrative nutrition practitioner. I have been in the health and wellness space now for well over 20 years, working with women over the age of 35 to help them understand these hormonal shifts, imbalances, all the things that are coming as we hit 35, 40, 45, and moving on. At the age of 46, I am in better shape and health, not just shape, but health, which is the key component here, than I ever was in my 20s and my 30s. So I want to share with you my 8 tips that I am consistent with. It gives you a lot more flexibility with life and travel and events and parties and all the things that typically compound on you to increase weight gain. You start to learn how to navigate those a little bit better and how to balance things a little bit better so that we don't have this annual 2, 3, 4 pound weight gain that we keep putting on year after year, and after 10 years, before you know it, you've got an extra 20 to 40 pounds on you, and you're just like, where did this come from? So here are my 8 key tips that I do day in and day out. Number 1 is I eat whole foods. The majority of my meals is whole foods, day in and day out. I think as a woman in her 40s who is going into perimenopause, or if you're in postmenopause, you just don't have the same flexibility as you did when you're younger. And the more whole foods that you can eat, the better your body will respond to that, and it will help with your hormonal imbalances that are naturally occurring as we're going through midlife. Number 2 is I reduced sugar and processed foods. I have a little bit of sugar. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a little bit of dark chocolate every single day, but I don't eat candy. I don't eat chips. I don't eat a lot of highly processed foods. I have just cut them out of my diet. And as I have gotten older, one thing that I have noticed is when I do eat those foods, I really feel the effects of it. I have the bloating, the gas, the distended stomach. I don't eat it regularly because of how it makes me feel, and it reduces inflammation, fluid retention. It will help you feel better, reduces brain fog. Again, as we're entering this midlife phase, eating high sugary foods really affects those hormonal fluctuations even more, and you feel it even more. So pulling that kind of food out makes me feel better. It makes it easy not to choose to eat those foods because I know how they're gonna make me feel. Number 3 is carbohydrate intake and the timing of that carbohydrate intake. I have a whole video, I will link it before, that goes deep dive into this and very specific about it. But I keep most of my carb intake to fruits, vegetables, and whole grain. We want a high fiber diet in midlife and over the age of 45 because you want to keep your gut in check. The more you keep your gut in check, or the healthier you keep your gut in check, the easier weight loss is going to be, and the easier weight loss is going to be sustained. Your gut is a big key factor to your weight loss and your weight sustainability and your overall health. Number 4, strength training. Strength training, muscle is the key to weight loss, and on top of that, longevity. It is the organ of living a long, healthy life. And the more muscle mass you have, the higher or the more calories you burn all day long, because muscle is very expensive, is the word I like to use, to hold onto in the body, meaning it requires a lot of cellular energy to maintain muscle tissue. That maintaining that muscle tissue or that cellular energy equals to calorie output or calories being burned. So not only can you push harder and stronger in your workouts when you have more muscle tissue, just in the rest of your day, your normal activities throughout the day, you are going to burn more calories than somebody that has a higher fat mass. But your bread and butter workouts as a woman in midlife, 45 and older, should be strength training. Number 5 is 10,000 steps a day minimum, okay? You want to get your overall activity levels up. Doing a 1-hour workout a day is not enough. You have to be active throughout the day. And this means just finding ways to not be so sedentary. Walk to the furthest bathroom in the office. Park in the furthest parking spot away from the grocery. Do self-checkout in the grocery versus having the cashier check you out. These little tweaks that you can make in your day to help you increase your steps and just increase your overall activity, like me talking with my hands here, which I do a lot. This is activity throughout the day. So finding more ways to provide activity and put activity into your day is crucial for a woman's health and weight loss and bigger sustaining the weight loss. I just keep working to keep getting those steps up because it will make a huge difference in your composition, your biomarkers, your longevity, your gut health, many, many areas for a woman. Okay, number 6 is sleep. Again, I have 2 videos that do deep dives into sleep and break down literally the anatomy of sleep and how hormones fluctuate just from one bad night of sleep that can lead to abdominal fat gain in a woman in midlife, 45 and older. But sleep is crucial for keeping our hormones balanced throughout the day. And why we want those hormones balanced? Because it leads to less cravings, it leads to less overeating, it helps us to push stronger in our workouts, it reduces brain fog, it reduces irritability, all of those things that affect our mood and our thought patterns and our habits and our behaviors the day after we have a bad night of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, working on building up our sleep hygiene and our sleep quality and our time in the sheets is crucial, if I could speak today, for weight loss. Number 7 is being hydrated, drinking enough water. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but if you are bloated a lot and holding a lot of fluid and you think the last thing I want to do is put more fluid in my body, you couldn't be further from wrong. We want to stay super, super hydrated. The more we drink water, the less water we actually hold. Is that you want to make sure that you are getting at least 1 serving of electrolytes per day. Just plain water by itself is not hydrating. We've got to have some salt and potassium in there to go through the cells and actually make the cells hydrated and increase their form and function throughout the body. So I will have linked below my favorite brands of electrolytes. There's 3 that I like that don't spike insulin levels and help with cravings, help with energy level. I usually will recommend my clients take them once a day and typically around that 2 to 3 p.m. mark when you were all starting to like kind of crash or go down for the day. Taking those electrolytes then can really improve that, on top of helping you to reduce bloat, improve digestion, just make you feel better. It makes your skin looks better. It improves your energy. It improves joint health. It has a lot of benefactors to it that can make you feel better and help you reach your health and weight loss goals better. Last but not least is eating 40 grams of protein for breakfast within an hour of waking. Why fasting as a woman 40 and over is counterintuitive for your health and weight loss goals. All it does is exacerbate hormone imbalance even more. So what we want to do when we wake up from a night's sleep is we want to reduce cortisol levels and we want to stimulate what is called muscle protein synthesis, which is what helps us to develop muscle tissue and reduce fat tissue. If eating is hard for you first thing in the morning, it is hard for me. That's when I lean on a protein shake. This is about the only time I do protein shakes throughout the day is around my workouts. I work out first thing in the morning or 4 in the morning because I'm just not quite ready to eat food. I'll do 2 servings of my protein. I'll link my favorite proteins down below for you guys as well. That will give me my 40 grams of protein and that will set me off for the day. There is also a ton of research that shows starting your day off with high protein reduces cravings and causes you to eat less the rest of the day. So not only are we working on that hormonal balance and optimizing us as a woman, we are also setting ourselves up to be more successful throughout the rest of the day in the choices that we make food-wise and the amount of food that we eat. Those are my 8 tips that I do consistently, day in, day out, traveling, at home. It doesn't matter. I make sure that I really work on all of these, because if I don't do them consistently, I start to feel bad. And I don't, now that I know what it's like to feel good and strong and have good energy and reach my health and wellness goals, I don't like feeling otherwise. So when I have a couple of days off, I can't wait to get back on routine and get back into these foundational pieces, because of how good they make me feel and how easy it is for me to sustain my weight at this point in my life. You can find all my information at CynthiaWilliamsWellness.com. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell below so that you get notified of any of my new videos. I try to release 2 new videos a week specific to women's health in midlife, and I'll see you then. Bye.